Hey guys, Tim here with the Geeked Up Game Review Group, bringing you guys another review. This time we're going to bring you guys a review of Golem Arcana, the base game that you guys have probably seen the video of our Ashmogh Colossal. This guy is awesome. So we're just going to go ahead and go over to the table, show you guys how to set up the game, show you guys how to play. Alright guys, so here we have the board set up. We got all of our cards here. We got our stylus on and everything. We've got our phone hooked up to the stylus. It may make us resync that, so we'll go through all that, and it will show you all the tutorial stuff on the phone. We are going to go through the first tutorial fully. So what we can do is you can actually use the stylus, and you can click on battle. If I can keep my hand steady enough, doing it left-handed. We're going to click start game, and then we're going to click on the first tutorial, and then we'll go ahead and begin scenario. Wait for that to load. Now, as you can see on the phone screen, when I click on, well, let's take the cap off the camera. When I click on a certain tile, it'll show us exactly where everything's supposed to be laid out. So 1A is correct. We got 4A correct. Where's 5A? There's 5A. 6A should be all the way out in the right-hand corner.
And 2A.
Okay, and then 6A. Oh, that must be me down here. Oh no. What corner is this at?
What's the other corner down there?
There it is. Okay, so everything's laid out correctly. I just couldn't find 6A. And the tiles are labeled in the corner of what number they are and everything. So we'll go ahead and click continue. That will send us to our screen right there. And then we can go ahead and click that. It's going to show us how the stylus works. Go, go, go. Alright, so it will be Anna's turn first. I'll hand her the stylus.
And I'm going to choose this guy here, my sand lion. And I'm going to select the option on there. Confirm. And then it gives me where I can move him. And I'm going to move him right, no,
There you go.
right there. So I put him there. And then I can use another guy. And then he can go.
Yep.
Then select. And he can go here. And then I'm going to take my sand lion again and move him.
I didn't know if you need help or not.
And I'm pushing the button here to confirm every move. And that's going to end my turn, so I go to my card here. Confirm.
And then I will confirm that it is my turn, and then I will choose my fire ram. I will go ahead and I will use 3 attack points to attack, and it will confirm all that there. And so when you guys do the tutorials on the base game, you'll be able to go through all that. And then let me make sure that's going to let me do that. Is that going to let me attack him? And it does. So right there, it rolls it, and it attacks.
And it automatically adjusts your damage and all that.
Yep. So that is a basic of how to move, and then it shows. We also showed you how to attack. And I do apologize for the camera quality on the phone, but I hope you guys could see at least enough to know how it works. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, get it all shoved back in the box, and then go to our conclusion. Alright guys, so now it's time for our conclusion on Golem Arcana. I think it's like it's like the coolest thing that I've ever seen come to a tabletop game. Being intertwined with an application game, and being able to, you can either play with the application or without it. As far as setup and scenarios, you could just completely just make it up, and then you may have to start with the starting locations with the application as far as it registering where everything is on the map and everything. But as far as playability, it's endless possibilities, and you can flip the tiles over.
But who wants to do math when someone will do it for you?
Right, yeah, and the application will do the math for you on, you know, your AP points and stuff like that, and that's a really cool feature. I did notice that, like, when me and Anna are playing and we are holding the phone like in front of us, we'll do our whole move and everything, and then the other player just kind of sits there and waits until their opponent's turn is over. And I feel like maybe once it goes to multi-device and has where two devices can run at the same time. I mean, the stylus, that can stay as one stylus, but having one stylus link up to two different devices on Bluetooth, Anna could use the iPad and I could use my phone, or vice versa, and then we could both watch each other take turns, like, through the app. Like, what are they going to do? What are they about to do? Are they about to attack me? Otherwise, I mean, unless we have the phone sitting on a stand or the iPad sitting on a stand, we don't know what the other person's doing, and we're just playing a waiting game. We don't
That's
even get
the only
to
thing I
watch.
wish that it came with, or anything, is a stand. Because if there was a stand up where we could both, okay, I see what you're doing, I can watch your turn. Like, I think that would make it better.
Yeah, it's like, and other games you actually see people taking their turns, where in this game, if you're passing the device back and forth, you don't actually see the turns taking place. You may see them tap on a tile, but you don't know if they're moving to that tile or attacking on that tile.
And if they hit, or if they didn't. And
yeah, and you don't get to see the rolls that the computer generated and everything else. I think it's a really awesome idea. They're definitely growing. They're definitely working on the multi-platform stuff. So everything that's not everything that I wouldn't say talking badly about, I'm just talking about it in general, is going to be pretty much fixed in the future. So they're working on everything. I'm trying to keep contact with Harebrained Schemes and not everyone that's involved with Golem Arcana, but some of the guys that are involved with Golem Arcana. And that glare was kind of
I know,
there.
I look like a
and
ghost.
Then the bulb is just like burning my eyeballs.
Like I look like a ghost. So I'm going to fix this so I don't look like a ghost anymore.
Yeah, speaking of ghosts, what if we got a character in this game that was stealthy and was invisible and came as a clear figure and could run around as like a ghostly character, and you could, I mean, obviously on the board you're going to see it coming, and on the app you'll see it coming, but, you know, just simulating that, oh, I can't see you, like a stealth cloak or something.
I can't see you, but I can.
Right, I see you, but I'm going to pretend I can't see you. Kind of a little bit of role play put in there.
I think this game is really awesome. Like, when we opened the box and I saw the stylus, I didn't even know it came with it because they were all so busy at the thing and at the booth last year and this year, but we were actually able to get a review copy, so I was like, well, we'll just teach ourselves the game instead of, like, taking their customers' times, because there's a lot of people waiting to play, so I didn't know the stylus came with it. I was like, ooh, this is cool. And I just think it's so nifty that it can, like, pick what you're doing. And I saw a video where they said it was a camera in it, and I actually took my phone light and looked in it. I was like, there is a little camera.
And I mean, it's the board gaming and digital gaming have always been crossing realms with the Roll20.net and everything, and being able to play RPGs online and stuff like that. But this
Takes it a step further.
You still get the digital, you still get the tabletop, but it actually still brings people to each other's houses. They can bring their army, you bring your army. It doesn't matter whose tiles are there, unless there may be an expansion I don't know about, because we're brand new to the game, so we don't know what's out there already. We do know that there's more characters, there's different armies and stuff. We have the base, and we have Ashmogh, the Colossal guy, and
we also like a lot that the miniatures are pre-painted. That's
I've seen some guys painting their miniatures differently, but it's nice to have them painted the same as what they look like in the application. so you're not getting them all confused and everything. And then the flags coming with the stickers and everything, that was a really good idea to keep armies separated for those that don't paint their miniatures. And you've got two characters that look the same, so you have the flag posts and then the flags that hang off of them. And the banners, I know they're just stickers, but you know, when you're looking at an image with somebody's banner on there, it looks kind of cool. I thought about maybe just putting some banners on mine just to be like,
hey, I got a banner.
yeah, like, you know, like we're carrying our flag across the battlefield and stuff like that.
We keep looking at the game, by the way. We're just not staring off into space.
It's right here on the table.
We're just like, oh, look at it, it's so pretty. No.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
So.
I really enjoyed it a lot. And I like that it's easy to set up. It's easy to play. It's a low maintenance game in the fact that it does all the math for you. It's not like 500 million tokens that you're putting on. Not that that's a bad thing. That's a good thing in a lot of games. I enjoy that part. But it's nice to have like a light setup game that you can play pretty in depth with.
Yeah, and it takes us maybe like 5 seconds to set up, probably because we've set it up a bajillion times and we run through the tutorials multiple times just to make sure we learn everything.
Quite a bit since we got it.
Yeah, and it's a lot. I mean, I know the 14 and up, that's probably because of Choking Hazard and the parts and everything, but I mean, this is a really easy game that you can teach anyone. If somebody's like, I'm not really into board games, be like, well, what if I brought over a game where we could play with the app and you don't have to learn the rules, you just follow this tutorial real quick. And there's multiple tutorials. There's actually one that's just for battle. But I mean, if you run just the first tutorial, then you'll know how to play the game. And it's a quick 5-minute tutorial. You know, all you have to do is take out one person's enemy, and that seems pretty easy enough. And then whoever does that wins on the first tutorial. But and I've said this about games in the past, but I think this right now is going to be the easiest game to learn because of the application. Like, they've taken it and like the rule book. I didn't read the rule book personally. I just used the application. Did you read the rule book?
I watched a video of someone else playing it. I think Watch It Played. I think I watched like a video and then I saw, oh, that doesn't seem hard at all. Let me get the application. And then the application just walked me through everything.
Yeah, so the app will teach you how to play it. So it's kind of like one of those, hey, I wish a DVD came in the box. This one comes with an application, teaches you how to play the game, and so on and so forth. And you can just pick it up, play it.
I think this is one that needs to be, just for the sheer concept of it should be in everyone's library. I'm a firm believer in that because there's so many like things you can do. It's a war game, it's a role playing game, it's a dungeon crawler. Like, it kind of fits into all the categories like that, and it's strategy. So I really think that it needs to be on your library shelf. You You awake?
Anyways, yeah, I'm still awake. But I was just thinking, well, when it first came out, it was expensive. I don't know what the price of it is now.
I think it's $80 MSRP.
So if you don't have $80, but you might know somebody that has the game, you could at least try the game out.
And then you'll save up $80.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something that's, 1, got miniatures, 2, is really easy to learn, and 3, you learn it without having to read a rule book, then this is a really cool game. Like, I can't tell you how cool it is that the boards have coding on them. There's not even computer chips in there, so that is probably the reason why it doesn't cost much, because if there was computer chips in those boards and then they had to run a circuit board through all of them, that would get pretty expensive. And it's really neat on how it works. Like, I keep Googling, how is this thing working? Like, how does a tiny little camera that gets no light to capture the code that it's reading through the pen, relay it back to the app,
like
and
that.
then
it's fast.
It's fast too.
Fast.
Like, as soon as you don't even hit the board yet, and it's already relaying it back to the app, and it goes ding, and goes off and everything. And it's just the synchronization running through a Bluetooth, and you would think, oh yeah, it's running through a Wi-Fi connection. Well, Wi-Fi's got a tiny lag in it, so the Bluetooth, maybe that's why it's so quick, I have no idea, but it runs through Bluetooth. So you don't even need Wi-Fi in your house. So if you don't have internet, you can just use strictly just your phone.
And you can play it anywhere.
Yeah, you can play it anywhere.
Because our iPad doesn't have Wi-Fi, but we could play it somewhere where there's no Wi-Fi.
I guess you could possibly technically. No, I don't think you can. Could you play it just on the phone?
Just on the phone.
I mean, you still have to have your stylus and everything for it to actually work.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I mean, if you have the base game, you can still play it on the application. I don't know. I have not tried that. I don't know if it would work that way, would it?
I don't even know what you're trying to say.
If you were like traveling or something, and you just wanted to play some Golem Arcana against a computer, or wanted to play both teams.
I guess you could
you
play it just on the app and.
Just the app.
I don't know. I haven't tried clicking on the app to see if you can like click on a tile and say, okay,
yeah, because I don't think.
Well, their attacks. I guess the attacks.
Because I don't think that you are able to click on the map to move your guy.
But if you have the stylus, you can like click through things. Because you can like, there's like a page button that maybe.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's really cool. You need it.
Yeah, and I feel like we just keep repeating ourselves.
I know, but
but
the point has been made that we really enjoy this game. That the people who created it are geniuses.
Yeah.
And multiple levels, just the idea of the game. I'm sure someone's thought, hey, let's put an app together with a board game before. But they probably thought, how the hell did we do it? And then these people are like, oh, look, there's this magical stylus pen and these little cool cards. And it knows exactly what you're doing. And that's really cool. Like, we opened this game and I watched the video and then I started, like, opening the app and touching things. I was like, what? Like, it's just way cool. Way cool.
Yeah, if you have something set up wrong, which we did, and then so we've re-recorded our how to play like a few times, just making sure everything was working correctly,
but it was user error.
It was always user error. It's never not worked. So that's one awesome thing. Another awesome thing, not one awesome thing, but another awesome thing that it's never not worked. Like, the only time it will not work is if the stylus pen has dead batteries in it. That's the only time that it will not work. Yeah, or your phone. I had my phone wired up the whole time that we were doing this.
Yeah, it drained the iPad battery really bad though. So that's one thing that's probably.
Yeah, but our iPad is like a dinosaur too.
No, it's not.
It's the iPad Mini original. You know how many
it's only
iPads
3
have come out
years
since
old.
then? Only 3 years old. So it was outdated like 2 months after we bought it.
No, they only have like 2 other iPads, and those are the new ones.
Oh man, we need to just do a broadcast of just Golem Arcana and just keep talking about it. So, Harebrained Schemes, watch out. We're going to do a broadcast. We're going to do it on like YouTube or something. Maybe throw it up on Twitch and we'll just talk about Golem Arcana all night.
We played. The one we've been playing is the tutorials because I think we have been really tired when we've been playing it and we tried to figure out like the more complicated scenarios and we're like.
Oh, no. We were trying to build the armies.
Oh,
so you have to sync the army, the guys that you have into the game. And
his wasn't syncing onto my phone into his account because you can log into your own account in someone else's app. And we were trying to do that, and his army was lost, so we just created the army in mine. And
I think that is probably the part where you have to pull out the rule book, and it might have some kind of like explanation in there on how to do that.
And we probably need to read the rules on the mana pools because he was like standing on the mana pools, and I was standing on the mana pools, and we kept attacking each other, but no one lost life. And I think that maybe it regens life, but we didn't actually look into it.
No, it doesn't regen life. I found out what it did, and then I started using it. I don't remember right now what it does.
You were using it against me while we were playing it?
Yeah, I was starting to use it.
And you didn't tell me?
Look. I think I did, but you weren't paying attention, so that was your loss.
Because that never happens. I'm a mom. I don't pay attention to board things a lot. I'm like,
because I finally figured out. I was like, oh, that's what it was doing. And then, it was all about the mana. It was the mana pools, so it was not anything to do with killing each other at that point. I think it was a tutorial on how to use the mana pools.
Oh, well.
So there's like a tutorial for everything on this game. So anything, if you have a question by the end, when you're done with the tutorials, then my suggestion is you go back through the tutorials because the answers are in there.
And I think it's cool that I've said it like 6 times. You don't have to do math. It does it for you, and then it tells you when you're dead.
Hey, do math.
Like, you're not even like, oh, can I do this? Or, oh, I'm going to sneak another point in here and move my guy. No, you can't. It won't let you.
You know what? With our group of friends, because the way we mess up rules when we're drinking, this game is going to be awesome when we're drinking because we can't do anything cheat-wise.
No, mess up rules. Brendan cheats. He just cheats when he drinks. Cheats. Side note, we were playing Coup and we were drinking at Hoosier Con. And I kept looking down at my area and my coins would just be missing, and I thought, did I just keep putting them in the middle again or something? So I'd take another coin and keep going on. Another minute later, I'd look down and my coin was gone, and I'm like, I know. So I'd take another one and put it there and keep playing.
So playing this will eliminate the coin stealing.
Right.
And
Brendan was stealing my coins. That's what happened. So Brendan watched this and...
So, hairbrained schemes. Yeah. You guys got to get this multiplayer thing going so I can get more people to play and get more people around the table on this thing. I mean, it's awesome 2-player and
put a stand
and everything else.
That's the only thing that I would ever suggest.
I would just make it like a cheap little plastic one.
Yeah, that's all it takes, because that would make... Because it felt very one-sided. My turn, your turn, my turn, your... And so if there was a stand where we could both watch while it was being played,
I think
that would add so much.
To be fair, I think we could also, because the figures are on the map, we could actually click on the figures instead of using the phone. There's just so many different ways you can play the game. You can play with the phone, you can play without the phone. I mean, you have to have both to make it work together to play the game, but you can actually just click on the tile and then click on the characters, do whatever, and then each character's spells and their movement are on their stand. They're like right here, like this guy. See right around the edge here, this one says rampage, all the way around the edge has the characters, everything.
Attacks.
Yeah, so you got the movement here, you click on their name so you know who you got, and then you click on their movement, and then it tells you where you can move. And then you got Rampage, and then Cast Down, and then Harvest of Sorrow, and stuff like that.
Oh, and there's things like...
Ravening Hunger, or Ravening. Ravening
There's
Hunger?
blocks and stuff like that you can do in the game, and it calculates all that for you.
Yeah. And then there's the certain... In certain scenarios, there's... if there's rocks on the map, it will actually blot that out for everyone. No one can go on that spot. So, all right. I think we got our point across. That you need to go buy Golem Arcana. Just do it. You know you want to. Yeah. So I'm just gonna wrap it up there. So I'm Tim.
I'm Anna.
This is Geeked Up Game Review Group. This is Golem Arcana by Harebrained Schemes.
I've been saying it right all night.
I know, and then I mess it up right at the end. I can't seal the deal. So this is the base game set, and this is Ashmogh the Colossal, and I can't plug him enough into anything. He's actually been into a lot of my Instagram posts. So follow me on Instagram at
And our
Geeked Up
son
Gaming.
calls him the dragon, and we try to get him to say colossal. And
yeah. But make sure you guys subscribe if you guys like this video. I hope you guys like the dual camera shot. I do apologize for the unable to focus with the DSLR onto the screen. I didn't have it set to the right mode, so we'll see you guys later.
Bye.